Bro, when you're dealing with a good woman who knows her worth, she don't need to get revenge. Nah. One day, you're going to have to watch her become the best wife to a man who keeps every promise that you broke. And that's going to be the revenge. We live in a new day and age. We're not in the age of women that's burning your car, trying to get you fired from your job and all that kind of stuff. Not good women who know they were good to you. And this is for any man that's getting it twisted out of ego, thinking that after a relationship ends, she gonna be so dependent on your validation or seeing you hurt and seeing you suffer, and you just gonna have so much control and continued investment of that woman's energy. Brother, we live in a different day and age. Today's women, especially those who know their worth, and they know that they showed up in that relationship for you. They know that they gave their best to you. They know they didn't deserve what you did to them. These women are no longer continuing to try to get revenge and slash your tires or put you on blast or anything like that. Her revenge is not going to come through your phone notifications being blown up. They're going to come through your Instagram feed years from now when you see her glowing beside a man who's effortlessly providing everything you convinced her was too much to ask for. That's going to be the real revenge. It's not going to be her doing all this, that, and the other to get even. It's going to be her getting everything you said that she didn't deserve. And this is a reality check. And I know some people ain't going to like this. But first off, if you agree with what I just said, because we're about to get into it, go ahead and hit the share button. Because, if you're not scared to, because I understand some of y'all don't want people to look at you funny. But if you bold enough, hit the share button if you agree with that. Like, today's women are not continuing to be pressed with how things go in your life afterwards. Not if they know their worth. They know that they gave you the best, and they've had at least, a couple weeks, maybe in a month or two. I'm really speaking to the women that years later, they still trying to do everything they can to ruin the man. Look, bro, those women are gone. Why? Because just the same way our great grandmothers, they were in one space because of society and culture at that time. They had to depend on the man financially, right? And you see the evolution of women to now they don't have to depend on the man. They got their own. You have to come with real character and integrity. You have to be an alpha male. Like I talked about in my masterclass. You got to really be on business. You got to be able to evolve. Today's women are not just providing for themselves. Today's women are validating themselves differently as well. So it's no longer a situation where a woman needs the validation of you one day learning your lesson and seeing that she was right all along. Like, that's not the way women work anymore. Not today's women who know and love themselves. They not waiting for you to get the message. They not waiting for you to get no light bulb. They not concerned. Like, today's women don't even need another man to leave you. Today's women will leave you for their peace. They don't even need another man to leave you. Again, it's a different day. It's a different day. There was a group of women, yes, years before, there were women that if the relationship ended, they just couldn't imagine their life without you. So they're going to do everything they can to stay connected, to stay relevant or whatever. These women, once they get their time to heal, because I think every woman is human, so she might have a little moment, but once they get a little time to heal, brother, you out of sight, out of mind. They will pretend you never existed, and they'll be so convincing with it because they're really investing in themselves. And the whole reason why is because you made yourself so replaceable in the relationship. Like, I'm not saying good women don't miss their ex or whatever. But it's one of those things where, like, she's going to get sobered up out of that emotion where she misses you and she just can't see her life without you. And when it happens, it's going to be like you never existed. You see, if you were a good dude and y'all just didn't work out, that might have some lingering effects there. But if you were the kind of dude that in a relationship, you told her she had unrealistic expectations, you just setting her up for future success with the man who will make what you called unrealistic expectations his daily standard. That's what you're setting her up for. That's what you're setting her up for. Everything you claim was so impossible is going to be his daily implementation. That's going to be the real revenge. And it's the kind of revenge she ain't even gotta look for. She don't have to fight for. She don't have to go out her way, risk jail time, get her friends to help her. None of that. Because rotten fruit fall on its own. You setting her up when you don't do the work yourself. And I'm saying all of this because I think a lot of y'all as men, the unevolved, should I say, the childish man, because all men are not the same. All men are created equal. Not all men move equally. The man who is childish and immature and egotistical, he counts on that space where a woman is so dead set on revenge to be the space where he still has the power in his hands. He's still relevant. She still needs him to have some type of reaction. So you think you got that insurance. You think you could play in her face until she tells you it's game over. You think you could do that because, hey, when she's looking for revenge, I'm going to learn my lesson and I'm going to spin the block and she's going to be right there waiting for me. That is not how it works for today's women, brother. And all you doing is making yourself so replaceable by the alpha male who's going to appreciate what you gambled, what you took for granted. And now for any woman that's listening to this, I need y'all to understand, because I know a lot of y'all do know your worth and stuff like that, but some of y'all have allowed that to slip. You've allowed yourself to get played. You've allowed yourself to look at you through the eyes of the person who don't even appreciate you, who never seen you to begin with. And you might be thinking like, oh, I don't want to start over when anybody knows. It doesn't get any better. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And I'm not one of those to say the grass is always greener on the other side. I'm the one to say sometimes you ain't standing in grass. When you're with a man who hasn't worked on himself, you're standing in quicksand. You ain't standing in grass. You were fishing in the part of the dating pool that had piss in it. Yeah. So there are times where the grass is absolutely greener on the other side because you're standing in quicksand. You're going nowhere fast. You are drowning every day. Ain't no grass where you at. Ain't no grass where you at. You can water it. You can do that. That's why you're doing everything you can to nurture what you got, and it ain't going nowhere. That's why you're trying to explain to him and tell him and warn him, and it ain't happening. You're in quicksand, sis. Now, I'm not saying that to be messed up. I'm saying that to highlight the fact that there's so much better out there for you. There are alpha males who get it. There are alpha males who are with it. There are alpha males who will elevate you, not cut you down. There are the alpha males who will give to you because they're coming from a place of overflow. So they don't have to take and cut you down and be threatened by you trying to level up and get defensive every time you try to tell them how to love. Like, no. And so don't listen to what I'm saying and think you're going to have to just continue to try to renovate this man who never did the work on himself. Go get you a new house. Go get you a new build. There are men out here who have already done the renovations on themselves before they even invite somebody to come in and dwell with them. They don't have to rely on you to do that work for them. And if you want to know how, now I broke that down in my masterclass, Secrets to Attracting Alpha Males Only. I gave you the game. So if you want to know how to do that, if the question is, how do I get those men? Where are they at? How do I know he's not a fake alpha male and he's a real alpha male? How do I do this without opening up just to get disappointed if he don't want me? I explain all of that in Secrets to Attracting Alpha Males Only. If you want the link, comment the word secrets. Comment the word secrets. I'll send it straight to you. So you can get a hold of that masterclass. It's already helped over 11,000 women and counting. And counting. I'm talking testimonials. So if you are in the market for a true alpha male, don't use what I'm telling you to try to fix somebody else up who ain't did the work on themselves. We're talking about recognizing men who've already done the work. They already have those convictions. They don't need you to raise them to have these convictions. Again, I put the link down there in the comments, but also just comment the word secrets. But back to what I was saying. Fellas, you had a woman that was so consistent, you called her clinging. You had a woman that just wanted time with you and you called her doing too much. That's what you did. And all you did was set her up for a man who can't get enough of her. All you did was better position, because she still got to do some stuff to get in full position for the alpha male, but you just better position her to be loved, because when she comes across that alpha male, who loves that she's consistent and loves that she shows desire and loves that she's open and available to him and loves that he's a priority to her the same way he makes her a priority, and she experiences that with him, you think you experienced her highest level of loyalty. Boy, you don't know nothing about what kind of loyalty she gonna have to that man. Just keeping it real with you. Your whole, you too emotional, is going to become his, I love how deeply you feel. I love how emotionally connected you are. You help me recognize things within myself I had never confronted, which is only helping me evolve even more. I love that you are so passionate. I love that you're that connected to yourself. That's what you're setting her up for. I want you to have a correct picture of things for how you're setting your woman up to be loved correctly by somebody else who will appreciate her. So you don't have to learn the hard way. Because I know most of y'all ain't gonna listen to this, but that 1 or 2, 3% of men that'll hear this, if it's not too late for you, man. If it's not too late for you, I want to give you kind of a future picture of what's going to happen, and it don't look how you've been told. It don't look like revenge. It don't look like her getting even. It don't look like her life going downhill. It don't look like her not being able to be loved again or think that she ever can be. Again, women these days are validating themselves. Some of them getting the strategies like what I teach, what I've taught, and they're getting in position for men who got it. Now if you got a chance, I'm urging you to get it right now. But if you still in that space where you dismissing her emotions as dramatic, I'm telling you now, you setting her up for success with the man who's going to appreciate just how passionate she is. Because he recognizes the gift of somebody who hasn't numbed herself. He recognizes the gift. Y'all be thinking that women like these good women are everywhere, brother. I would say there are a lot of good women, but there are a lot of otherwise good women who are still in bad condition from the way a lot of modern men have left them. And so with that being said, you creating a version of this woman and thinking you're just going to be able to replace her with another version of what she came in as. But what's about to happen is you're going to be met with a version of the woman that somebody else created, just like you. It ain't as sweet out there as you might think. It ain't. That's why alpha males are so ready for a real woman, a grown woman. That's why alpha males are so ready to love the right woman right. One, they already know a properly loved woman becomes 10 times the woman that she was before. And the alpha male knows that this ain't just a good time. This is a purpose partner. So once I get that woman, I purposely love her. I integrate her into me. I become maximized. Alpha males understand that. And so you playing with something another man been praying for. Your broken promises to her will become his blueprint for devotion. That's how this is going to happen. Every birthday that you forgot is going to be a celebration for him that he plans months in advance. And not because he's just trying to outdo you, but because her joy genuinely matters enough to warrant his priority. That's going to be the real revenge. Don't think you got this little cushion of time and energy she's going to continue to invest in you after the relationship ends and you fumble her. No, brother. No. Your convenient unavailability is going to be his consistent presence. It's going to be like night and day. It's going to be like night and day. Those emergencies that always prevented you from meeting her family and things that just came up and you just ain't feeling it today and all that kind of stuff are going to become the priorities that never interfere with his commitment to show up for her. Proving that availability was never about your schedule, but about your value system. That's all you doing, brother. She ain't got to go get revenge. You fumbled her. You played with her. She ain't got to spin the block. God will spin the block for her. You ain't got to sit there and think that her world going to continue revolving around you. The only reason it got to that point where it revolved around you so much is because she was overcompensating for what you weren't providing in the relationship and trying to make it work. That woman that you fumbling or fumbled, at some point she's going to get the message that, God didn't stop making men. just because you chose not to be a man. God didn't stop making men. She ain't getting look, again, you're going to have to wake up one day and just see her being the best wife to a man, keeping every promise that you broke. Just being straight up. An alpha male. Alpha males love when you little boys fumble. Oh, man. Grown men, evolved men, love when y'all be out here playing. The worst part of it is that, you know, there's going to be some time needed for that woman to heal and things like that. But boy, everything you doing now, that alpha male gonna want to write you a thank you card for whoever fumbled this one. Now I'm saying this because I know there's a small percentage of dudes who gonna hear this and you still got a chance. You might have been thinking, hey man, maybe I need to stop tripping. Maybe I need to. And so I'm talking to y'all, but I know most of y'all, that's why sisters, please don't go out here trying to fix these men. Just get you an alpha male. He ain't gonna have no confusion about labels. He's gonna have clear intention from day one. From day one. He's not afraid to define things. He works along with commitment. That's how he plans his life. Like, he's not a commitment phobe. Like, he makes long-term plans. He thinks long-term. He commits himself. He knows he's the one that has dominion over his emotions. You see, the reason why a lot of dudes are afraid of commitments is because they don't. They want the freedom to be able to go at a whim. They want the freedom to be able to back out at a whim. Oh, I don't feel it today. I don't feel like being a husband. I don't feel like being a father. They want the freedom to do that. So they feel constricted by commitment. Because real commitment is a grown man sport, a grown woman sport. It's not for children. It's not for those who are still operating in that space where they want to be able to do whatever they feel like on a day-to-day basis. This is why I always emphasize alpha males and how they don't treat you how they feel about you. They treat you how God told them to treat you. That's why as a woman, you need to just go ahead and skip the line. Go get you an alpha male. So that dude that's sitting there so unclear about the labels and this, it don't matter so much. And the whole time he's just a commitment phobe. That's all. There's a man out there and commitment is nothing new to him. It's nothing strange to him. He's not afraid of that. He's already taking dominion over his emotions. So even if he gets with you in a marriage and y'all ain't having the best time, there's still going to be security there because he don't get led by his emotions anyway. He's led by his principles. And this is what a lot of dudes that's out there playing with these good women, y'all don't understand. A dude like that, once he locked in, he locked in. Once he locked in, he ain't letting it go. Those commitment conversations that you avoided are going to become the future plans that he initiates. You ain't got to like it. Share this right now. Anybody if I'm resonating with you right now, if you had a dude that treated you like, you know, what I'm talking about, these dudes, please share this. There's some dude on your timeline right now, probably stalking your page. And he need to hear this. It's somebody right now probably stalking your page. Let him stalk and see this truth. You ain't got to say it. I'll say it for you. Somebody hit the share button. It's a little arrow down there. Hit the share button so he can spread this. Because they love to spread the nonsense. They love to spread the podcast that confirm the BS that they be on. But they don't like this truth. They don't like this truth. And you see, to the men, when that man is leading with intention and is not afraid of commitment, he's going to initiate those conversations. He's going to give her that clarity and that security. And it's not going to be because she's demanding him to, but because he wants more with her. He actually wants more with her. Just getting the benefits ain't enough. He wants the evolved version of her, the continuation of her towards her full potential. He actually wants that with her. He actually wants that with her. He don't need second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 10th chances because he's not going to gamble on the first one. Alpha males understand there's some women you don't get more than once, even if they stay physically. That same woman can stay physically. You're not getting certain women more than once. So you needing all of those chances. Your repeated failure allowance is going to become his initial success delivery. She's giving you all of this grace and stuff like that, brother. She gonna learn her lesson about that. not that grace is a bad thing, but for a person who ain't making no tangible improvements, changes, the needle ain't moving. All you doing is making space for the man that says, I'm going to get it right the first time. And I'm not talking about he's perfect. I don't ever say alpha males are perfect. I always tell everybody alpha males got their flaws too, but at a fundamental level, you never have to question the alpha male's intentions for you. You never have to question his heart posture for you. Just, again, comment the word secrets. I'll send you your roadmap towards your alpha male. Ladies, comment the word secrets or hit that link in that masterclass. I give you the step-by-step roadmap so you can get your alpha male. You don't have to play these games with these guys. They're going to be mad because I'm the one telling you this. I don't care. It's the reason why I did it for free, because I don't care. I give it to you for free. I give you the game for free. I want to see more of y'all in this position so we can redefine the revenge a lot of dudes think is coming from that woman. Oh, I can buy me a new car. I can get my windshield fixed. Okay, cool. But you're going to need a whole new chest once you see her being loved correctly by a man who actually appreciates her. You can't buy a new chest. So all of that stuff she repeatedly forgave you for is going to become the standards he would never consider violating. I need y'all to understand that. That whole, I need some space. I need to take a break. I need to, is going to become his. I need you. I need you by my side. I need you close. I hate it when you're away from me. You thinking to yourself, well, I can just take a break whenever I want a vacation from monogamy. Whole time, this man's trying to make her his forever home. I'm trying to paint the picture so you don't actually have to live it. Now, some of y'all, if you OGs and you done lived that life, you already know what I'm saying is true. You already know what I'm saying is true, but there's a lot of dudes out here you still think it's sweet. Ain't nobody else gonna care about you enough to try to warn you, but I will. That same closeness that you find so suffocating with her is going to become the connection that he, the alpha male, builds into his life. Not because of dependency, no, but as a natural gravitation towards someone who enhances rather than restricts his life experience. You see, when you're dealing with a little boy, he'll make it seem like you wanting to be close is cramping his style, because his style is to be disrespectful to the relationship. His style is to act single even though he's not. That's what it is. But alpha males don't work like that. Alpha male style is to go upward with one woman, to have the compound effect of benefit with one woman. So his authentic masculinity that values her emotional intelligence as strength rather than her weakness is going to make it easy to replace you. She ain't going back once she get introduced to that. Him being a natural protector and having that instinct is going to ensure her security without creating any dynamic of control. That's going to make it easy to replace you. That's going to make it easy to replace you. His genuine integrity that aligns his words with his actions without requiring her micromanagement is going to make it easy to replace you. You can get mad at me all you want to. His consistent presence of the alpha male's consistent presence is going to provide stability without her having to prompt him or remind him or try to guilt trip him or incentivize him, etc. That's going to make it easy to replace you. If you picking up what I'm putting down as a woman, please just comment facts. Let me know I'm not by myself. If you picking up what I'm putting down, if what I'm saying is even making sense to you as a woman, because I know a lot of guys, they're gonna hate. A lot of guys is gonna hate. But sisters or anybody, if what I'm saying makes sense, because it's easy to sit back and get comfortable playing in somebody's face when you think, one, they ain't going nowhere, or two, you can find another them. And it's that delusion that got a lot of men today regretting all the ways that they spent their time back in their 20s, 30s, and 40s, 50s. It's that exact realization today that got dudes in situations now, they can't get their penis up for that young girl. They money done got ran out by all of those young girls that they thought they would be so much better than the woman they was with. I'm gonna just go out here and get this chick and that chick and this and da 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 da. They just knew life was gonna be so much sweeter. And now without money, and they can't even keep up, they not as popping as they thought they was gonna be. And they got kids that they made, and their kids don't respect them, don't admire them. It's funny, but it's not. It's funny until it's you. So I'm telling you what I know. Because then that woman, now she done moved on and she healthier version of herself and she's glowing and she's being treated right. And I'm trying to tell y'all that revenge is a lot more painful. That's so much more painful than a busted windshield or some slashed tires. I'm warning y'all. That's what I'm trying to do anyway. You can get mad at me all you want to. But her revenge, in today's culture, man, her revenge is not going to be making you regret anything. Is going to be in making herself unrecognizable to you because you couldn't see her worth. Not even just through physical transformation either, that part as well, but through her standard elevation. And that's going to naturally attract what previously seemed impossible to find. Especially if she get a hold of my strategies, my secrets to attracting an alpha male. Yeah, especially, you definitely done then. You definitely done then. And again, comment the word secrets. I'll send it to you. They don't want y'all to have this. They don't want y'all to have that. Comment the word secrets and I got you, sis. But understand this, man. She don't need revenge. Because one day you gonna watch her become everything that you said was too much. But it's gonna be for a man who considers her natural state the perfect amount. You won't be haunted by who she's with. You'll be haunted by the realization that everything that you called unreasonable was simply the sound of the standards you weren't prepared to meet. Her greatest revenge isn't just in finding your replacement. It's in finding restoration and attracting your upgrade. Word to the wise. And if you're listening to this right now, male or female, man or woman, and you agree with what I just said, hit the share button so we can spread more of this truth. Nobody like to talk the truth. I'll do it. And they'll call me whatever. I don't care. Hit the share button right now. My daughter in there going, I'm going to teach her the same thing so she don't end up with no dusty bum. I'm your internet big bro. You know I got your back. And again, if you want more content like this, but specific to the topic of attracting an alpha male, who already learned the hard lessons. You ain't got to be the one preparing no man. He's already prepared. If you want that kind of love from that kind of man, comment the word secrets. I'll send you a link to the masterclass, Secrets to Attracting Alpha Males Only. Or you can click the link that I pinned down here, and it'll take you straight to it. Y'all be good.